Good evening. Welcome to The Next Word. I'm your host, Chris Warnke. Tonight we have two incredible people who are the co-founders of Flicks for Change Film Festival. They make change happen in this world by sending a message of taking film into philanthropy. We have James Hawthorne and Andrew Steele, our co-founders. And James, I mean, it's amazing what you all have done in such a short period, because this started, a couple of years ago, really.
Yeah,
the idea 3 years ago, correct?
Yeah, it did. Thanks so much for having us today.
Oh my God,
really
I love having you
here,
all.
so
I love having people that have creative minds and are just out there making a difference through using social impact. I mean, you are making a difference.
Well, we're certainly trying, and we think we have something really unique here, and it's something that we want to grow and share with as many people as possible. So when Andrew introduced the idea to me a few years ago, it seemed like something that that we could grow into something pretty special.
So let's take it back. So 3 years ago, or a couple of years ago, I know you were in the corporate environment, correct?
A long time ago. I was working a corporate job, doing business-to-business sales, and thought I was going to be a sales and marketing guy until I got in that environment and found it very stifling. And I just had this creative itch that I wanted to nurture, and so I moved to LA to pursue acting and became a personal trainer. And along the way with acting, I realized that a lot of the stories I was telling, I didn't feel like they really had to be told. They weren't really life-changing or changing the world. They were just entertainment. And so, search for more meaning, I started creating my own socially conscious content and produced a couple of projects. And around that time is when I met Andrew at an event.
But it all started then when you saw the bucket list.
It did, actually.
Right?
I was really unhappy at that corporate job. And it was film that changed my life and made me want to get into film. And I thought to myself, unlike the characters in the film,
Jack Nicholson
and Morgan Freeman. I luckily didn't have terminal cancer. I was 24 years old. I could do whatever I wanted. And so I sort of had a paradigm shift and said, well, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? And not what should I do, but what do I really want to do? And I had to give myself permission to dream like a child again, get back in touch with that childlike nature that knows what's best for you. And sometimes if you let logic take over, you make decisions that aren't in line with your heart.
So through that, you decided to do that. You went to Hollywood. In LA, you met Andrew.
Yeah, we met at an event, and I was telling James that I'm just starting a film festival. I didn't say I was just starting. I said I'm running this.
He
film
said
festival.
he had one.
It's brilliant. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's me and. It's me.
Right.
So James put forward a film called Leap, which is about taking the leap of faith to change your career, which he was very much doing through that. And it was beautifully put together. And I just thought, this is the kind of person, after we talked, this is the kind of person that I want to team up with. And I brought him on to be co-founders of the festival. And so it was quite a incredible night for me. I met James, and at the same time, I met another guy called Frank, and I told him about, a socially conscious film festival that I was running, and, he was like, you know what, I'm the founder of a thing called Make-A-Wish. You heard of it? And I'm like, yeah, I have. He's like, well, I like what you're doing with Flicks for Change. I think maybe someone like you should be playing me in this movie.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
like, oh, what movie? It's called Wish Man. It's the story of my life. And and that's almost now the story of my life, because I've just finished playing him in the major motion picture. It's my first leading role in a US feature, and that same night I met James and met Frank, and it's incredible. The one time that I'd put my focus on other people and trying to create this community where humanitarian filmmakers can have their voices heard. In that, I've been given a godsend, and the universe has worked in a mysterious way by giving me this opportunity to play such an incredible man who's done so much for the world. And it's definitely shifted my life, and I'm looking forward to continuing that.
That's a wonderful, and I love the whole concept of taking a film and using it for social good and for social impact, which you all have done. And so, James, I mean the topics that I've seen so far. I mean, when you looked at suicide prevention, human trafficking, of course, the shootings, which you all did, I think, show one of them with the Orlando Pulse nightclub.
Yeah,
love to see
you all aired that at one of your festivals.
We did.
I mean, it's so timely right now.
Yeah, we've covered about 15 different socially conscious topics, and the idea is that no matter who you are, if you come to our festival, you're going to see a film about some topic that moves you, you know, that makes you cry, that makes you angry, that inspires you, that gives you hope. And our goal is that by partnering strategically with nonprofit organizations that are tackling those issues, we can give our audience an immediate path to being able to participate and have an impact. And there's so many ways that people can have an impact in addition to writing a check.
So being part of and getting involved. And
yes.
And then, of course, it also helps in terms of the messaging for yourselves, because you're partnering with all these various nonprofits who also have their own communities, who also may have other you know, ideas or films or correct. I mean, so it's a real
I think what makes us different than other festivals is that we're really focused on building a community where we unite difference makers with those that want to make a difference.
Right.
Awareness, I don't feel, is enough. We want to bridge that gap between art and awareness and meaningful philanthropic action. And that's something that as we grow, you know, we're continuing to experiment with new and different ways to do that and try to create a model that we can actually share with other festivals and help them have a greater impact. So it's been a really fun challenge for us to take on, and we're proud of this little niche that we occupy in the festival world.
It's a great niche. So in LA, you have it every year now, of course.
This will be our fourth year in LA. Looking at November 23rd. The weekend of November 23rd, and last year was just a tremendous success there. People said the kindest things to us about how much the event touched them, and one of your former guests, Joe Coleman, Leonard Coleman and Blunt, they were kind enough to come out and perform at our festival.
Wow.
And given the heavy subject matter of some of our films, their performance in the middle was just electric, and our audience loved it. And it was just a really special two evenings of film and music and social good. And
I've seen some of your films, and you're right. I mean, you know, they make you angry and they make you cry. I mean, they're very thought-provoking. They make you laugh.
Yeah, if you can change somebody's mind through humor as well, there's still so many impactful messages that can be brought through. But you know, as James said, there's a lot of heavy films in there, so there's much levity, and you know, the musical performances, they really kind of bring up the mood, and because people want to give back and they also want to have a good time. But you know, a lot of the times these films, you know, are just you know, hard to watch, frankly. But at the end of the day, you come out as a community and you have a catharsis, and you're inspired to want to take action, which is why we connect them with, you know, difference makers, the boots on the ground in the nonprofits.
Yeah, what makes our festival different is a lot of festivals will have panel discussions, but the audience will just be passive and they'll listen. With us, we have professional moderators often, whenever we can, in the audience with a roaming mic.
It's a town hall type of, but it's a real interactive town hall.
Exactly, and we have the heads of the nonprofit organizations on stage, and oftentimes the filmmakers are in the audience with the rest of us, and we're all talking about, now that we've seen these films and we're moved by them, how do we move into action? And I think that's what definitely makes us a little bit different.
A little bit different, yeah. So always comes down to financially, how do you support these? I mean, this is always
call 555-279.
www. Where do they go?
You know, we run fundraisers, and you know, it's tricky. You know,
it's tricky. Yeah.
But you know, we do our events. I don't know how are we doing that, mate?
Well, I'll tell you what brings us here. What brings us here right now is you know, such a fundraiser, and you know, we have this incredible opportunity to parlay Andrew having a leading role in a socially conscious film. And because we usually screen short films, it gives us a unique opportunity to bring our new Washington, D.C. community together and screen a feature film.
That's great.
And the message of this film, because without giving too much away, Frank Shankwitz, the founder of Make-A-Wish, made a journey from hard-drinking, womanizing motorcycle cop to founder of one of the most successful nonprofits of all time.
It's amazing. I'd love to know more, but I mean,
but
it was headquartered here. Where did he live?
Arizona was where it all started.
Okay,
he's born and bred in Prescott, Arizona.
Okay.
Prescott, Arizona is where we shot the film. And so he's a motor cop.
Wow, I had no idea. He was a motor cop.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah, and so his upbringing, he was effectively, he had a broken home, and they fixed the roof, and then it was fine. No, that's not That's not the time for that. But yeah, there's that cheeky humor. So yeah, his parents split up, and it was a tumultuous time at home. And then through a life of service, through being a police officer and served in the Air Force, he had this big motorcycle accident, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. For 3 minutes, he had no pulse. Wow. And then he came back, saw the lights, and thought, what am I doing with my life, and what can I do? And it was actually the popularity of the TV show Chips, that all the kids wanted to be motorcycle cops when they grew up. So Frank, being a motor cop, went to this young boy who had the terminal leukemia, and took him around the station and gave him a little uniform and the bronze wings that only motorcycle cops have. Right. And he was an honorary motorcycle cop in the Arizona Highway Patrol. And that was effectively the first wish, and that was 39 years ago. Wish.
Was that 39 years ago?
There's 500,000 wishes that have been granted around the world. One wish every 38 seconds somewhere in the world. All came from one little boy, and that one simple act of kindness that caused a ripple effect to change the world.
The message of the film, when you look at Frank's personal journey, is everyone can be a hero.
Yes.
And so when we look at our event
for small
tomorrow,
things, even for very small wishes, like kids,
100%. And our hope tomorrow is that our DC community will be our hero and help us, continue our mission. When it comes to funding and things like that, we're able to make just enough to do our events, but for us to continue our mission, we need to turn it into a viable business, something where we can, have year-round part-time staff and build our, community from within, so that we can, reach more people with what we're trying to do. Because we really believe that stories can change people's lives.
Absolutely.
And when you reach people viscerally rather than intellectually, sometimes when you turn on the news these days, it's a bombardment of negativity.
Yes.
Now, they're doing that to get ratings, but the world's not...
Yeah, but not even, what we've heard the last couple of weeks.
Oh, the last couple of weeks, it is that bad for sure.
I've had people say to me, listen, I got up and I started crying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we want to try and give people hope and show and move people, through art and move them to action through art. And we just hope that the more people that we introduce this to, the more they'll see the value of what we're trying to accomplish and be our greatest supporters and our heroes.
Well, before we move people that are watching the show through your music, Andrew, because I know I want you to sing.
What?
At one point, but we're going to take a short. No, we'll see how we go. But we're going to take a short break. And we'll come back, and then we're going to have I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
So you're watching The Next Word. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back.
Don't worry. 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Welcome back. You're watching The Next Word. I'm your host, Chris Warnke, and tonight we're having an incredible conversation with James Hawthorne and Andrew Steele, co-founders of the Flicks for Change Film Festival. And wow, the whole idea that you've all come up with this film festival to make social impact. Kudos.
Thank
to
you.
both of you.
Appreciate it, and to our community at large.
Because they've all come together.
So many brilliant filmmakers and all the non-profits that work in those spaces, and our audience that come.
Right.
And they sit there, they watch the films, and then they want to do something about it. And we're lucky enough to be able to connect them with people that are doing good work in the spaces. We're also connecting people with ideas that want to have films made about their cause with the filmmakers that have potentially won our festival. And so we're connecting with the stories with the people that have the skill set to tell the stories at the highest vibration.
Right.
But you both are so incredibly talented. Besides bringing everybody together.
That's kind of you to say.
Oh no, but think about it. You're both actors, right?
Yeah, yeah, true.
Now I find out you're both singers.
Singer?
Yes, singers. Oh, yeah. And I understand that you were in Cannes this past summer.
Yeah.
for the new movie, the movie that came out, which was a world premiere.
Yeah, Wishman.
Wishman.
We had 2 screenings over the Cannes Film Festival and had standing ovations, and it was a real, dream come true.
But there's a local component to all of this because Make-A-Wish, which is what, of course,
the film is about.
The film's about is actually here in Montgomery County.
Yeah.
So there's
that's it.
It's bringing it around. But you sing and you sang in the film.
I have been known to sing.
So you sang in the film. So I'd love to. Can we hear you?
You can hear a little.
You don't have to have a guitar.
No,
I don't
not
think
really
you brought one from
You're not really
LA.
prepared.
No, I guess I can use this.
But you could use that. Well, there was one in the
How
studio.
about that?
Back of the chair there.
Okay.
All right. Well,
but don't be shy.
perfectly tuned.
Don't
as
be
well.
shy.
Okay. Yeah. No.
He needs encouragement. He's very, very.
I can tell.
So yeah, this is.
So this
Wishman.
is out of Wishman. This was and you were the star.
I'm the star of the film, playing the guy that started the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Frank Shankwitz, and I'll play the tune, shall I?
Great.
So this is a little backstory about Frank's life and all the tough things that he went through. He had a mentor called Juan who basically raised him after a tough life at home, and this is the song Wishman.
And he was a motorcycle cop.
He was a motorcycle cop.
Right, who got injured very badly at one point.
He did, yeah, and he had this epiphany of what am I doing with my life, and from 38 years old was when Make-A-Wish started, and now we're 30 years
I cannot
later.
believe it's 39 years.
Yeah, 39 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and now 500,000
great
wishes.
organization, and wonderful.
Beautiful stuff. Yeah.
You're on.
All right, I'm on. Go. There was a boy named Frank who had tough love to thank. His little mama drank and his daddy copped the flack. Yeah, he grew up on his own, no place to really call his home, till a man called Juan took him under his arm. This Juan truly saved his soul. He said, give back, little Frank, show your daddy you're a man, tell your mama that you love her too. Though she left you in the cold, it's not really her fault. Hear the words I want to say to you. You're gonna be the wish man, make a wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, all getting to live their dreams, all thanks to the wish man. You're gonna be the wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just to think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, and their happy families. Just give back, little Frank, just do what you can. Set the love that is in you free. Give back, little Frank, if we all hold hands, what we'll achieve, you won't believe. Just give back, little Frank, show your daddy you're a man, tell your mama that you love her too. Though she left you in the cold, it's not really her fault. Hear the words I want to say to you. You're gonna be the wish man, make a wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just to think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, all getting to live their dreams, all thanks to the wish man. Gonna be the wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, and their happy families. You don't need money to be a rich man if you're the wish man. You don't need money to be a rich man if you're the wish man. You don't need money to be a rich man if you're the wish man. You don't need money to be a rich man if you're the wish man. So give back, little Frank, show your daddy you're a man, tell your mama that you love her too. Though she left you in the cold, it's not really her fault. Hear the words I want to say to you. You're gonna be the wish man, make a wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just to think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, all getting to live their dreams, all thanks to the wish man. Gonna be the wish man. Yeah, you'll be the wish man. Just think of the kids, man, the thousands of kids, man, and their happy families. You are the wish man. The man with a vision of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You don't need money to be a rich man. What is your wish, man?
Great.
Yeah.
Wow. I love it.
Thank you.
All that talent wrapped up in one. So you wrote the song.
Did?
Of course, you're singing the song.
Oh,
You're
yeah,
acting in the movie.
That was all live.
Yes, all live.
Milli Vanilli, actually.
Wow. And so Frank today.
Frank, he's still in Prescott, Arizona, where he's born and bred.
Wow.
And continues to be on a speaking circuit, inspiring people about giving back and what it takes. He's just such a selfless guy, and that's why I wrote the song, because I wanted to give something to Frank. Because he's, from what he kind of started with a bunch of close friends who are also the founders of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, they've done an incredible thing, and just passing that on and paying it forward. Something else that James is also inspired about, which we're trying to do with Flicks for Change. So it's all kind of come together in a beautiful package, and I'm
my God.
Happy and proud to be where I am.
Does it air in some of these galas around the country?
Yeah, we're in festivals.
Venues.
We won the Prescott Film Festival Audience Choice, as we mentioned before, is at the Cannes Film Festival, and it's kind of shooting out all over the place. We've got screenings here in DC tomorrow night at the Australian Embassy.
Right.
And
don't forget the LA premiere. It was 600 people. Frank was there. It was absolutely phenomenal.
The Egyptian Theatre. It's been broadcast in Australia, and it's going to be in DVD and streaming services at the start of September. So September 3rd, check it out. Wishman. It's going to be in Walmart all over the place, and it's just a beautiful story. And we've got some fantastic actors, Oscar-winning actors, that I'm lucky enough to be playing opposite.
But you're the star.
Well, we have Bruce.
You're the star.
Apparently so. Yeah, only by name.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, Andrew, so you were born in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
And what made you decide you wanted to come to LA?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you went to LA.
Yep.
Directly?
I did. Yeah. So I'm an actor. I was an actor in Australia. And there's just so much opportunity over here, and it just felt like the right time. I needed to kind of just get out and branch out, and it's never easy as an actor. And even working actors, the majority of the time you're not working.
You're not working.
And this is my first lead in a US feature, and it's just coming out now, so it's very exciting. But I know that to make hay while the sun's shining, and really kind of see what we can do to parlay this into other things. But I think the best thing that we can do is keep working with Flicks for Change and giving opportunities to other people. Because I've found that by giving opportunities to other people, it comes around and back.
There's really three things that we try to do as an organization, and one is to help humanitarian filmmakers have their voices heard. And with short films, a lot of short films, they just don't get the audience or the attention that they deserve. So that's why we try to focus on those at our festivals. And why it's really cool and unique for us to be able to do a feature film screening tomorrow night. The second thing, of course, is to really be an advocate for our nonprofit partners and help introduce them to an audience who wants to make a difference. And third, of course, is to inspire our audience to be the change.
So do you get support from the film industry itself in LA in terms of,
So some of our best advocates have been other festivals.
Oh, have they?
So we've partnered with Short and Sweet Film Festival, and we've gotten content from festivals like Tribeca. That's great. As we grow, we want to continue to build that community and lean on that community and see how we can support them and helping their festivals have achieve that social impact.
Yeah, because our focus isn't just having like a world premiere of a certain film. We want things that have been out there, but we want to focus the attention with our audience to certain films that they probably wouldn't have seen, because there's so much content out there, particularly in today's age.
Oh my God.
And having the opportunity to show specific mission-based films, that's what we're all about.
That's wonderful.
A lot of people think that it's all documentaries that we show, but we love playing with storytelling and showing all the different genres and styles. And in fact, I know that we brought a 90-second trailer of clips from some of our films from last year that we can show your audience at some point.
Yes. So this has been great. Wish we could talk all night. Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Well, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you, Ian. Yeah. And I love the song. James, thank you.
Such a pleasure.
This is great. Good luck this week.
Appreciate
in Washington in November 23rd.
We'll be
in
Los
LA,
Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And hopefully November 3rd back in Washington.
That's the
We're
plan.
going to be watching.
There you go.
Okay, good.
Sounds great.
Instagram?
Yes,
What is
at Flicks for Change, FLICKS, the
Okay.
number 4, change, and that's our handle on Instagram and Facebook, and flicksforchange.org is the website where you can see some of the films and keep your eyes out for when we announce ticket sales for the events in DC and Los Angeles.
And also keep an eye out for Wishman on streaming services and in your DVDs. Walmart will have it September 3rd.
Okay, that's great.
Please check
Oh, that's
it out.
great. September 3rd. Well, you're at the right time, really, for doing this. Thank you
Thank you.
for making change and helping
Amazing.
with our world today. So, you've been watching The Next Word. Have a great evening. Good night.